Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. We're going to be treated to a gorgeous day for baseball on the show. It's the New York Yankees taking on the Athletics. First pitch coming at you right after the break. First pitch moments away. And on the hill, Luis Severino. What's the scouting report on him?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
First pitch, 1 o'clock.
And he deals. Fouled off left side. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Severino. Got him swinging. Cast it right by him. Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. There's a strike.
No balls, 1 strike.
One out, base is empty. Tried to hold up on the 0-2. Now a look down to third. Got him. Rusty Valentine rings him up.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top 2 guys in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
He was late there, strike 1.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And that's off the inside edge. And a count 2-1. Swing and a miss.
He's looking pretty sharp to start the ball game. He's got that good fastball working early.
Judge rips that one, and there's a hit. And that extends the inning.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
2 outs, runner at first. Here's Cody Bellinger. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Lede sizing this one up, stretches out and hauls it in. The Yanks leave 1, and the A's will get their first opportunity in a scoreless ball game. You're dialed into the show. And we're back. And getting to start, Garrett Cole.
Well, the hammer is in effect, and he sets it up so nicely because of the velocity on the fastball. We'll elevate that and then break you off when he's ahead in the count. What I love about him, you get into the later innings of the ball game, and the velocity seems to go up.
We go to the bottom of the first. Now it's the right fielder, Lawrence Butler.
Lawrence Butler.
Come on, Lawrence.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Fastball is outside.
Good take.
Well, he got challenged with a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
And that's way high. And that's ball 3.
3-1.
Swings through that one.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Count is full.
That one 95 to finish him off.
Batting second.
Now the A's designated hitter, Brent Rooker. And that misses. 1-0. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1.
He's going to have to make sure that he stays patient because he is the focal point in that lineup. They're going to pitch him tough. They're going to pitch around him. And when he doesn't see other guys doing anything, what you can do is become a little too aggressive and chase out of the zone.
One down, base is empty. And that one clips the corner. And it's filled up.
I don't know how you take that one after the called strike on the corner, just a little bit off the edge.
Dives and he can't hang on. Still able to get it there in time. And they do get the out. And time now to check out the A's lineup. We could be in for a power showcase today with the wind blowing out, a lot of lift and separate, Chris.
We know hitters are in this era definitely trying to hit the ball in the air regardless of the conditions, but I think even a little more so there's margin for error if you can get the ball up in the air. So, you know, you'll see at times, I'm sure, with 2 strikes, what looks like a half swing that can get out of the ballpark with a hitter who's got decent pop.
J.J. Bleday stands in now and watches strike 1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
Gets a piece and stays alive. 2 outs, base is empty. Swing and a ground ball up the middle into the outfield, base hit.
Batting fourth, catcher, Shea.
And now a chance for Shea Langoliers, known for his rocket arm behind the plate. First offering, and it just misses. Bleday, the runner at first with 2 gone. Inside, just missed.
2-0 count, you really don't want to give in here. You've got to work the edges, really execute a pitch. Hopefully you can get back into this count.
There's the strike.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
2 outs.
No, ball. 3-1.
That one finds the zone, and the count's full.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score him.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Swings through it for the K. Pulled the string on the changeup. The A's strand 1. Scoreless after 1. Top of the second. Now here is Giancarlo Stanton.
Giancarlo Stanton.
Go back to New York. Hey, Luis.
Severino back to work. And there's a strike. Tap foul at the plate.
That fastball at the bottom of the zone can be very effective. Just got to keep it on the corners.
That one misses in the dirt. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. That missed by a lot. 2-2. And that one missing low. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Now at the plate, Austin Wells. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
Let's go green and gold, baby. Let's go.
Severino kicks, deals. Hammers that one. Curling down the line and foul.
Well, pitcher's probably thinking he's a little late on that pitch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to speed him up, not give him something off speed that he can handle.
Fastball is outside.
Let's go green and gold. Bring him home.
Off the mark there. Now 2-2.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. One down, base is empty. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Clearly looking out over the plate on that outer third, and that pitch finished right down the middle, just a little bit in, and he couldn't pull the trigger.
Here's a high fly ball out to center. Lede under it. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. So they go quietly there. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. We're tied, 0-0. Bottom half of inning number 2, and here's the first baseman, Tyler Soderstrom.
Tyler Soderstrom.
There's a strike.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you'd have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit, and not an easy one to throw either.
Way inside. Got him. That K is his third of the game.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Zach Geloff, batting with one down, takes a strike.
Ball.
Boog, one of our favorites. Jerry Hillsdale umpiring behind home plate in this one. Pretty much by the book with his strike zone.
And because he's so by the book, you'll sometimes see pitchers questioning him. They'll make a good pitch on the edge of the zone, want the strike, and not get the call. But most of the time, Jerry gets it right. He's a good one. Yes, he did. That's a swing. Second inning here, no score. Fans adds another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
So here's Brown at the plate.
Let's go, Brown.
That's in for a strike. Nasty pitch. Two down, nobody on. In the dirt, now 1 and 2. Tap dances out of the way of that one. Oh, look at the stop. And very nicely done for the out. So they make short work of him there. We head on down to the top of the third. No score. And welcome back to the ballpark. On to the third inning. Now the left fielder, Jason Dominguez.
Let's go, green and gold.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Dominguez in the 8th spot in today's lineup, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. Headed towards the corner, and that's a fair ball. Around first and hustling for second, and he's got a leadoff double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Textbook bat control right there. Got a pitch on the outside, saw it deep into the zone, and just barreled it up, went the other way for the knock. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. And stepping in for the Yankees, Oswaldo Cabrera.
That's a ball.
This one in the dirt. Tag safe. He's into third on the wild pitch.
Well, that right there can be a tough read as a runner on second to see if the ball's gotten away enough to move to third. You have to be sure you can make it because you're already in scoring position. Well, he was sure there, and now he's only 90 feet away from scoring.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
Let's go, green and gold, baby. Let's go.
Line drive, base hit. The run comes across and the Yankees score first. It's 1-0.
His confidence level is so high. Really nice job of coming through in a big spot. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Back to the top of the order now. Anthony Volpe stepping in now for the Yankees. His first at bat was a strikeout. And that's in there for strike 1.
0-1.
Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Couple of singles back to back. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Here's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Struck out swinging his first time. On the ground. Oh, a great flip. There's one. On to first, double play.
Very smooth on the feed to second right there. You got to love that glove toss, Boog. You know, sometimes people think these guys are being a little flashy, but it actually can make more sense to do that than try to make a full transfer. And got to remember, these guys work on that play all the time, so it's in their back pocket whenever they need it.
Judge in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. Judge waits.
Ball. Let's go green and gold, baby. Let's go.
And Judge spoils that one.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
Swing and a ground ball, and it goes just foul. Two outs.
Ball. 2 and 2.
Strike him out!
Swings and misses, struck him out. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now 1-0. And we're back. Now it's going to be Luis Urias.
Third baseman, Luis Urias.
That one finds the zone, and that is strike 1. And there's a breaking ball that drops in there.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole, he's going to have to battle, hope he gets a mistake.
In the air, right field. Judge is under it.
Come on.
And he makes the catch.
Kidding me.
And there's 1 down.
Batting ninth, shortstop, Jacob Wilson.
And now it's going to be Jacob Wilson. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays. And that drops in for a strike.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond, and still get a pretty good runner. That's impressive.
Over to Goldie, and they got him.
Now batting, the right fielder, Lawrence Butler.
Now here's the leadoff hitter for the A's, Lawrence Butler. 0 for 1 after striking out looking to start the game. Strike 1. Next offering is fouled back. In the dirt.
1-2.
Now 1-2. And that's in the
2
dirt.
and 2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Out to short, Volpe. Fires across the diamond, and that will end the inning. A's go quickly and quietly there. They trail here, 1-0. New inning getting
Leading
started.
off for the
Here's the
Yankees,
center fielder, Cody
fielder,
Bellinger.
Cody Bellinger.
And that one is lifted in the air. Lede.
Yeah, baby.
1 away.
Now batting, designated hitter.
Here's Stanton
Giancarlo
now.
Stanton.
Struck out swinging his first time.
Let's go green and gold.
Just missed.
That's a good miss off the inside
1 ball,
part of
no
the plate.
strikes.
You'd much rather miss there than out over the plate, where this guy can do some real damage.
Swing.
Inside.
Ball.
And now 2-0.
Boog, he never moved
no
because he
strikes.
never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Swing.
That one ripped. This one could be trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. And that's a double.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
One out, runner at second. Here's the catcher, Austin Wells. Caught looking his first time up. And that one lifted in the air center field. Lede calls it in, 2 away.
Now batting, the first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
Paul Goldschmidt will climb in. Fly to center his first time.
Come on, Athletics. Swing.
And that one
Nope,
just
that's
misses.
outside. Ball.
A ball and no strikes. Stanton on at second with 2 down.
You're nothing, Yankees.
There's a strike.
Feel the wind on that one.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And that one
2
hit
and 1.
97 on the gun.
Come on, green and gold.
Ground ball left side.
foul.
And foul ball. Runner at second, 2 down. Top half of inning number 4. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. We're midway in the 4th. Yankees 1 and the A's nothing. Brent Rooker up next for the A's.
Designated hitter, Brent Rooker.
Let's go green and gold, baby. Let's go. Let's go green and gold. Bring him home. Let's go green and gold.
And that's in for a strike. That one fouled off. A changeup missing. Going to count 1 and 2. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Well, that's a curveball that I'm sure he wants back at the plate. 2 strikes, the sort of pitch you're hoping for. A bit of a mistake, and I'd say in a very hittable location. But clearly the break was enough to get him to swing through it.
This is J.J. Bleday. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Check swing, called strike. Strike 2.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Oh, there's the 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
The catcher, Shea Langoliers.
At the plate, Shea Langoliers.
Let's go green and gold, baby. Let's go.
In there at the knees for a strike.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
Two down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Struck him out swinging. And he strikes out the side here in the 4th.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
All set for the start of the inning. And stepping in for the Yankees, Jason Dominguez. Severino back to work. Outside low, and that's ball one. And that skips in the dirt.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
Strike on the inside corner. Next offering is in for a strike.
2-2.
Got him looking. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Cabrera,
No,
the
that's
next
low.
to hit,
Ball.
takes ball 1. And another
Ball
ball.
out.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 5th. Just
that's
missed.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
That one finds the zone, and now 3-1. Fastball for a strike.
Full count.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So now back to the top of the order.
Now batting shortstop Anthony.
So the batting
Volpe.
order turns over. And now here is Anthony Volpe. First pitch, not close. Fought off foul. Climb the ladder with that fastball, and the count 1-2. See ya! Strikes him out for the second time today. No messing around with the pitch calling in that sequence right there. 4 pitches, all fastballs.
Yeah, and that makes me think that was the plan before the at-bat even started. If you think you can simply just beat a guy with only your fastball, why throw him anything else until he shows you he can handle it?
And up next for New York, Jazz Chisholm Jr. 0 for 2 in this one. Ball 1, no strikes. Outside.
Outside. Come on, Athletics. Save.
And that one finds its way through. And now 2 aboard. And he's got a double.
Well, here we are, 3rd time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
So 2 down, Aaron Judge at the plate. 1 for 2. In the zone for a strike. That was the sweeper.
Come on, Rico.
Next pitch
No,
is
that's
outside.
outside. Ball.
Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. T.J. McFarland preparing to come on if needed. Otanez, the right-hander, also getting loose. Cabrera at 3rd. Chisholm at 2nd with 2 gone. In for a strike. Went with the sweeper. Struck him out looking. A couple of hits in the inning, but they can't get him home. Last half of the fifth coming up. Yankees 1 and the A's nothing. Bottom of the inning, and now Tyler Soderstrom.
First baseman, Tyler Soderstrom.
First pitch
No, that's
misses.
That's the ball.
And that's in for a strike. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time.
1 and 2's the count.
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Oh, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
Zach Geloff up next for the A's. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. And that's off the inside edge. And that is ball 1. Right through there for a strike.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
And the pitch is in for a strike. And it's 1 and 2. The Yanks up by a run. Last half of inning number 5. Stays alive. The 1-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Next pitch misses. It's 2 and 2. In the air, right side. Judge sizes this one up. Makes the catch. 2 down.
Now batting, left fielder.
Next to hit, Seth Brown. 0 for 1 so far.
Come on, Brown, let's go.
Just
That
missed.
That's the ball.
Yeah, a big swing and a miss.
1 and 1.
And that's in the dirt. Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
That's towards center. Bellinger settles under it. He's there. He's got it. And that is that. And welcome back to the
Leading off for
ballpark.
the Yankees,
Here comes Belly to take his
infielder
cuts.
Cody Bellinger.
This guy who grew up in big league clubhouses, got to be a nice feeling, Siggy, when your father played in the big leagues and he passes down all that wisdom. That clips the zone. It's 0-1.
I can only imagine the comfort level of being in the ballpark for those kids who are fortunate enough to have a dad that played in the big leagues. Them being on the baseball field, for some it's pressure. For them, they feel that they are right at home.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Went with the sweeper, but it misses. The next pitch misses. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. In the air, left field, Brown. Calls it in, and there's 1 away.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he will make a move to dip into the A's bullpen. Luis Severino out of the game, and a nice effort out of him, no doubt. New arm coming on. We'll be back for that in a moment.
Now pitching.
So a new pitcher on the mound for the A's, Michel Otonez.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Now here's Giancarlo Stanton.
Let's go green and gold, baby. Let's go.
Not close with that one. Ball 1.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Swings and misses. And the count is 1-1.
Love to see it. Power versus power right there.
That one outside. Now 2 balls and a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
This one in the air. Langoliers under it. And there's 2 away.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Catcher, Austin Wells.
2 down, bases empty. And next for New York, Austin Wells.
Peanuts over here, peanuts. Come on, Athletics.
That one
That's
inside.
inside.
Ball 1. Activity in the bullpen. TJ McFarland. The southpaw is throwing and getting that sinker dialed in.
Come on, green and gold.
2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. And the count even 1-1.
Here from that one.
The 1-1 is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him. Offense held in check there. 8-9-1 scheduled in the bottom of the 6th. Yankees 1 and the A's nothing. And we're back. Here's Luis Urias. Urias goes 5 feet 9 inches, 200 pounds, and he's a native of Mexico. And that one fouled off.
Let's go green and gold, bring it home.
That one hit to right. Judge really on his horse for this one. Can't get there. This one lands foul. Got him. That's his 9th strikeout so far.
Gosh, here it is. Hit it. 3-pitch strikeout. All fastballs. Man, he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch right now.
So up next, Jacob Wilson. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. Right through there for a strike. The Yankees leading by a run here in the bottom of the 6th. Fastball for a strike.
Let's go green and gold.
Into center. Bellinger in a full sprint. Tracks it down for the out. And there's 2 down.
Nothing instills more confidence in a team than a center fielder who makes a great play like that on the run. They can feed off the energy he brings just from his playmaking abilities.
Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. And there's a ball.
That's a ball. 1-1.
This one in the air. Cabrera. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. Yankees 1 and the A's nothing. TJ McFarland gets handed the rock out of the pen.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
TJ McFarland.
Well, one-run game. Here's Paul Goldschmidt.
Paul Goldschmidt.
Come on, Athletics. Strike.
And that's in for a strike. 0-1. And a big swing and a miss.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Next pitch is downstairs.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That one not close. The count now 2-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. So the bullpen doing a nice job backing up the effort from their starter.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty excellent pitching out of this staff so far. I mean, they've come in ready to do their job and get outs. They've been pretty tough to get to in this one.
Jason Dominguez, the next to hit. First pitch, and he just misses. Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the top half of inning number 7.
Let's go green and gold, baby. Let's go. Wait.
2 balls, no strikes to count.
Let's go green and gold. Bring him home. Swing.
Up the middle. On the run, throw to first. Nicely done for the out.
All day. Let's go.
Now batting third baseman Oswaldo Cabrera.
Now the third baseman, Oswaldo Cabrera.
Let's go green and gold.
Way
ball, no
outside,
strikes.
and it's 1-0. Next offering is fouled back. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. 2 outs. Swing and a chopper out to short. Zips it across, and the Yanks go quietly. So the Yanks go in order. They lead it 1-0. Bottom of the 7th. Now the A's designated hitter, Brent Rooker. Right down the chute, and it's 0-1. Movement in the bullpen, Fernando Cruz. Getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. Weaver warming up as well. Looking to get the tying run on base.
Ball.
That one is absolutely belted. High bounce over the fence for an automatic double.
Well, there's something really nice about getting yourself an automatic double like that. You get to stroll into second base without having to worry about a throw or getting your uniform dirty. And now you're just looking for the next guy to kind of do the same thing. Maybe put one in the gap so you can jog home as well.
Bleday in the box now. Take strike one.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and Heart of the Order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
So the tying run at second.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger, and perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at bat to hit.
That's off the inside corner. 1-2 to count. Holding on to a one-run lead here at the bottom of the seventh. Swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes. And that K brings him into double digits for the game.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to.
Oh, this ball is crushed into left field. It's on its way and gone. He rocketed that one out of here. It's 2-1. Well, that swing changes things.
Yes, it does. They were in striking distance. They found a way to fight back big time. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Aaron Boone makes his way out of the dugout, and he will make a move to the bullpen. Garrett Cole is done in this one, and he leaves in a one-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute. Left-hander out of the bullpen, Tim Hill.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Tyler Soderstrom up next for the A's, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Ripped to short, snagged on a bounce. To first, and they get the out.
Up next for the A's, second baseman, Zach Geloff.
Zach Geloff up next for the A's.
Let's go green and gold, baby. Let's go.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Swings through that.
0-2. Come on, Athletics.
Ball one there. A's leading by a run. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Swings and misses. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. The A's with a 2-run blast. And it's now a 2-1 ball game. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th, Tyler Ferguson.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Here's the Yankees leadoff hitter, Anthony Volpe, 1 for 3. Swings through that one for strike 1. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Mason Miller, the closer, getting cranked up for a possible save opportunity. Leclerc also getting ready. That's in there. 0-2 now. Gets a piece and stays alive. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. And the tying run is on with a leadoff single.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
No outs, runner at first. And stepping in for the Yankees, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. With a single base runner, because of all the power, they are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead. Trying to hold a 1-run lead, and we're in the top of the 8th. Swings and misses. And that is strike 2.
0-2.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. But with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate. So very difficult to get the barrel on it.
That missed by a lot. Ball 2.
Last 2 pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, he's going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
And a foul ball makes the count 2-1. And that's ripped for a base hit. Volpe around second, headed for third. And the throw's offline, safe at third.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Really important at bat coming up now.
Runners at the corners here, 1 away. And now, Cody Bellinger.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
0-1.
One out. The possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. And fouled off.
So glad these ballparks have installed the netting to protect the fans, keep things safer all around the league.
Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. Volpe scores. And it's an RBI single, tie game here in the 8th.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Tyler Ferguson gives way, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with a new arm after a quick break.
Now pitching.
Jose Leclerc into the game.
Number 37. Jose Leclerc.
Go-ahead run on base. Now it's the DH, Giancarlo Stanton. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because he... Oh, now this one's high and deep. Way back there. On its way. Gone. And the Yankees have the lead. It's 5-2. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at-bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one. And you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
One down. Austin Wells stepping in now for the Yankees.
1-0.
Pitch misses there. 1-0. Yankees up by 3. That's in there, and it's a ball and a strike.
1-1. Let's go, green and gold, baby. Let's go. That's in. Ball.
Gets the outside corner with that one.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. Brown on his way over. He's got it. There's 2 away.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Goldie in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Ball.
Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
1 and 2 count.
And that's downstairs and outside.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Chases the fastball up the ladder, struck him out. Another look at the long ball for the Yankees. It's 5-2. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Fernando Cruz.
Now pitching for the New York Yankees, number 63, Fernando Cruz.
Seth Brown now at the plate. The Athletics in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. Need a good at-bat out of him right here.
Go green and gold, baby. Let's go.
There's a strike.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at-bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
Let's go, green and gold. Bring him home.
And that
Nope.
misses. And 1-1. Way out front for strike 2.
1 and 2. Let's go, green and gold.
A little bit high. And it's 2-2.
2 and 2. Come on now.
In the air, left field, down the line, and it falls. Around first, heading for 2. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Just a blue pit behind third right there, and that's a really tough play for a third baseman or shortstop to get to, and the same for the left fielder. So he just found a perfect place to drop that one in right there. Now that sets up a huge at bat in this ball game.
So digging in, Luis Urias. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
Come on, Athletics.
Swing and a miss, strike one. Cruz,
1-1.
he's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strikeouts. In a tough spot like this, that is a big-time benefit. Ball to strike, and a swing and a miss.
Now, as a hitter, when a guy like this comes into the game, you feel like he's standing on top of you, and it's just attack mode coming right at you, expecting to get a swing and miss.
Just off the inside edge. Line drive. That's a hit. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners. Nobody out.
Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit. Now let's see if they can string something together, make it a little more interesting.
And now Jacob Wilson. That one finds the zone. That's strike one. With the tying run at the plate, here the bottom half of the eighth inning. Yeah, that's fouled off. The tying run at the plate. Squirts away a little bit. To second, but way too late. Safe there. Urias into scoring position on the wild pitch, and there goes the double play possibility. Brown, the runner at third. Urias stands at second. No outs. And a swing and a miss. And that is a big first out.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Lawrence Butler digs in now. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. And that's outside. And that's ball one.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the ninth with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
Second and third here. One away.
Hey, you got this.
Tying run at the plate. And a count 1-2. Got him swinging.
Up next.
Big at bat for Brent Rooker now. You gotta feel like there's a pretty good chance this game is gonna turn on one swing. There's a strike.
It's 0-1.
Second and third, 2 down. Lifted in the air down the left side, and no one could get to it. It's a foul ball. Got him. Outside pitch got the better of him that time.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
We're back. It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Grant Holman.
Now pitching for the A's, number 67, Grant Holman.
So digging in,
Leading off
Jason
for the
Dominguez.
Yankees, left fielder, Jason Dominguez.
Let's go, green and gold, baby. Let's go.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. The A's bullpen has some movement. Noah Murdoch getting ready to go. Harris getting loose as well. And now 2-0.
2-0.
He swings and fouls one off.
Come on, Athletics.
Ground ball right side. It squirts through. And the leadoff man aboard.
Now batting third baseman.
He kind of rolled over on this
Osvaldo
pitch a little bit,
Cabrera.
but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Oswaldo Cabrera will hit next. Fastball for a strike. Holman, in his rookie season, he features a four-seam fastball, a changeup, and he works in a slider. That one finds the zone. 0-2. Nobody out. Runner at first. A little bit low. Now 1-2.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
That's the ball.
Next pitch downstairs. 3-2 now.
Full count. Let's go, green and gold. Bring 'em home.
That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
Base knock and now a free pass. This has the makings of a big inning if they can get a couple more quality at bats.
First and second, no outs. And up next for New York, Anthony Volpe.
Let's go, green and gold.
And that's downstairs. Ball one.
Well, he's already in some trouble, and falling behind in the count makes it even worse. Then you've got to throw the ball over more of the plate, and that's where they can really do damage against a guy like this.
And that one clips the corner.
Come on, Athletics.
That's off the mark, and it's 2-1.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
3-1.
And they're all loaded up.
Runner, take your base.
A real bad time for a walk. You're trailing in this ball game, trying to keep things close. They've been in a difficult spot, and things aren't getting any easier.
So bases all loaded up. Now the number 2 hitter, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Here we go. Turn 2.
Well, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
Let him down right
And another ball.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in a run. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
Swing and a miss. And it's 2-1.
2-1.
So they're all loaded up.
Easy out. Let's go.
Just off the inside edge.
Boog, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
Shut them down.
Ball four, and a run comes in to score.
He's really gotten himself into a mess out there and now forces home a run with the walk. This inning's definitely getting away from him.
Bases loaded, nobody out. Here is Aaron Judge. This guy with light tower power.
Here we go, defense.
First pitch misses.
Way to lay off that pitch
One
down.
ball, no strikes.
And a strike on the outside edge.
This is our house.
All loaded up, dangerous hitter at the plate. Swings through that one for strike 2.
1 and 2 the count. Sit him down.
And that
That's the
just misses.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
Misses outside. Full count now.
Strike him out.
Ball 4, and a run comes in to score.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Grant Holman departs, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching for the
So a new
A's,
pitcher on the mound for the A's, Hogan Harris.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger.
This is our house.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame here in the top of the 9th. And that is out of play.
Two and one.
Squirts away a little bit. Runners stay put, and the count moves to 2-1. Double play ball to second. Good feed. That's one. Can't hang on. Giancarlo Stanton to the plate now.
hitter, Giancarlo Stanton.
Hey, double him up.
In there at the knees.
No need to offer at that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Urias. Feed to second. That's 1. And that's 2. 3 runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a runner left. Hard of the order. 3, 4, 5 will get their shot in the bottom of the 9th. It's the Yankees 8 and the A's 2. This game's a bit of a blowout, Singy. Let's talk about something random.
Let's do it.
Do you collect baseball cards?
You know, when I was a kid, I used to put them in my back tire of my bicycle so it would sound like a motorcycle. Probably ruined some good cards back then, but don't really have much of a collection. The other day I came across a binder that my wife had in one of the drawers, and my son's got some baseball cards. So we'll be looking to see if there's any kind of retirement income in there.
Up next, for
Woo!
the
He was all over that first pitch fastball, just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Do it again.
So my dad told me that he had a bunch of Mickey Mantle rookie cards and a whole bunch of valuable cards, and his mom tossed them because, what did she know? So I made my mom keep all my baseball cards, and I really don't have any that are valuable. And that story stunk by me. Anyway. Now the 0-1.
Ball.
The A's with a lot of ground to make up here in the last half of inning number 9. There's a swing and a miss.
1-2.
Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Now only 1 out remaining. And now the first baseman, Tyler Soderstrom. 0 for 3 in this one.
Come on, Athletics.
A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
0-1.
2 down, nobody on. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Just missed.
Ball. 1-1.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Now batting, second baseman,
Zach Geloff getting ready to hit. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
They're down to their final strike.
0-2.
This could end it. Got him, and that's the ball game.
Good win by 6 runs. Always nice when you can win by a touchdown or a couple of field goals. You want to keep that momentum going, knowing the offense can score at will, bring it into the next one and get another W.
8-2 the final here. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.